So hello and welcome to part 13 of the ongoing S and A level Python series, and in this episode we are going to be looking at dictionaries. So dictionaries are another data structure that Python supports, and they are basically an associative array, is it? So you're going to have your elements within the dictionary, and each element is going to be identified by a key, a value pair. So for instance, if you want to have you can basically store a value, right, that is going to be associated by its key, or basically it's going to be looked up using its key. So that's how you can create a dictionary, or rather that's the whole idea behind a dictionary, to create an associative array, and inside of the array you can associate a key to a certain value. Alright, so without further ado, let's actually just jump into the code and look at how you can go about creating a dictionary. So we are going to create a dictionary called countries, and the way you create dictionaries is that you are going to make use of the curly braces, but the only difference this time around, or what distinguishes a dictionary from a set, is that each key is actually going to need to have an associated value. So in this instance, we might actually have ZW for Zimbabwe. Then the actual value would be what? Would be Zimbabwe, is it? Then we can have ZA for South Africa. Then the actual value would be South Africa. So in this instance, ZW and ZA are keys, and Zimbabwe and South Africa, that is the full country names, forming what we call the values. So hence we are saying it's a key and a value pair. That's the whole essence of a dictionary. Then let's actually add a couple more. Let's go with BOT. This would be Botswana. And let's also do maybe one last one. Maybe say US. I wanted to go with African countries, but I have forgotten how some of these countries have their domain names as. So let's just go with the US. So United States, right? So maybe what you can do is we can just go ahead and print countries there, and let's actually see what we have in action. So you see that we get this key value pair, just as you'd expect, right? Each particular country is can be identified by its particular key. So let's suppose that we wanted to print, we wanted to retrieve a value from a dictionary. So the way we go about it is we can make use of the get method that is built into dictionary. So we can go with the name of the dictionary, which is countries, then we set dot get. Then let's suppose that we wanted to get Zimbabwe, right? Basically we just want to print this onto the screen. Maybe let's just do this and repeat inside of a print method. Then if we run this code, we should get Zimbabwe printed down there. After the dictionary gets printed, you actually get the value of Zimbabwe printed down there. So that's how you can get a particular value from a dictionary. Then the other thing that you can do with a dictionary is you can update a value. So let's actually say countries dot update. So maybe let's say we wanted to change Zimbabwe to capital letters. So we could do this, right? Then we can actually maybe what you can do, I wanted to repeat inside of a print statement, but maybe I can just print it afterwards, just like so. Why am I getting a squiggly line there? Countries update. Method was not closed. What does it mean? Method is closed right here. Let me just type it one more time because I do not have that error there. So ZW, and we want to make it Zimbabwe. It's like that. Alright. So it's saying method is not closed. Let's just run and see if we can get an error there. So it's saying method is not closed. Alright, what's going on now? Let me just see what's going on. Alright, so this is a pitfall that you need to avoid when you are working with the update method. Initially, this is what we had done. We had put Zimbabwe. We wanted to update Zimbabwe using the key exit. So the reason why we were getting this error, where it was saying that method needs to be closed, was not closed, is because when you want to update a particular value that is inside of a dictionary, the method update, it expects you that the argument that you pass to it, it actually has to be a dictionary in itself. So if you look on line 13, I'm just going to uncomment line 13, then comment out this line with the error there. You realize that the key and the value actually have to be inside of curly braces. So that's how that works. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear the screen, then run this one more time, and you'd realize that now in this instance, Zimbabwe is actually a capital letter word, as it were. Whereas in the previous example, we only had it in that format there, but now we have all caps, capital letters for the words. Then maybe one more thing that I should demonstrate is to show you how you can see the available keys. So let's go with print. We might as well just try and print them directly. So we'll say print keys, right? And if we go ahead and clear the screen, then run. I made an error. I left out S there. So just clear the console, then run, and you realize that we get the dictionary keys. Is it? So it actually gives us the keys right here, so that we have we know that which keys do we have in this particular dictionary. Then if we wanted to access a certain element, we then make use of the get method and we pass in that key as an argument to the get method. So I think that's just about it for dictionaries. Again, you realize that for lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets, we mostly were looking at a few methods. Then maybe perhaps we are also just looking on how to create those particular methods. So in the upcoming tutorials, when we actually start looking at looping, we will actually be making more use of these data structures, because these will come in quite handy when you are now developing your programs. So you might want to choose to use a dictionary, or you might want to choose any one of the 4 data structures that we've looked at in the previous 4 episodes, including this one. So I think that's just about it for this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.